But for the next few moments in history, my name is Gladys Hedgepeth, and this is Before Brown. The year was 1943. I remember it well. Almost 80 years had passed since the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. Although colored people were no longer enslaved bodily, very few of us were deemed socially acceptable to the predominantly white United States. This prejudice reached even children of color. Denied the opportunity to attend large, well-kept white schools, our children were forced to try to gain a decent education in dirty, overcrowded schools with limited or hand-me-down textbooks and supplies. Some colored children had to travel out of district to get to their schools, simply because the white schools they lived near would not enroll them. Such was the case for my daughter, Janet Hedgepeth, and me. I had attempted to enroll Janet in junior high school number 2, not far from our home, only to be told that Janet could not attend because colored children attended only the New Lincoln School. This was not the answer I wanted to hear. I went to court to fight against the New Jersey Board of Education. This was one of the first in a chain of events that would change the lot of colored people in America. This was before Brown. Our case began when I went to the registrar's office, as I do every year, to put Janet on the roster for junior high number 2. Your daughter can't be registered here. She is assigned to the New Lincoln School. Why? New Lincoln isn't even in our district. All colored children are assigned to New Lincoln, Mrs. Hedgepeth. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. What does she mean? I can't register Janet because she's colored. I won't send her to New Lincoln, it's too far. We can barely afford an automobile, and gasoline has gone up to 15 cents a gallon. This is unacceptable. I was no stranger to the power of persuasion. I was a familiar sight in my neighborhood, selling memberships for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or NAACP, to anyone who could spare a dollar. And if you wouldn't give me one willingly, I'd do my best to shame you out of it. This situation was no different. I began to write letters to anyone on the New Jersey Board of Education who would listen. The superintendent of schools, Paul Lozer, responded, only to say that Janet would be assigned to New Lincoln and that the decision was final. That's it? This man denies my daughter entry into this school and expects me to sit by and accept it? No, sir, he doesn't know Gladys Hedgepeth. I had had enough. I filed suit against the school board. Representing me was NAACP attorney Robert Queen. While preparing for the trial, I joined forces with Berlene Williams, whose son, Leon, was also denied admission to junior high number 2. Leon, of course, was colored as well. On September 15th, I testified before the New Jersey Supreme Court. 6 years ago, I entered Janet as a student in the Carroll Robbins School, and she attended here through to a completion of the 6th grade in June of this year. Janet was the only colored child in her class. The entire class, or such of them as so desired, was assigned to junior high number 2, but Janet was assigned to New Lincoln